All right, welcome back. A very quick at-issue panel tonight. Andrew, Chantal, and Bruce all at the table. Let's deal with Senator Wallin first of all. Your thoughts after watching that?
Everybody deserves the benefit of the doubt, but she has, I think, a high mountain to climb to persuade people that all of these expenses that she falsely and improperly claimed was all just a big mistake. That is, it's possible, but she's going to have a hard, in the court of public opinion, it's going to be a tough sell.
Chantal?
And I'm not sure that she advanced that cause with the interview, in the sense that it almost came across as if you were in a major accident on a highway and people got killed, and you said, well, I was only, speeding. And it's all these others who were doing terrible things that got me into the accident. So I'm just collateral damage. I'm almost a victim of this huge crash. And I don't think that's going to go down easily or well.
Bruce?
Well, she's somebody that I know and respect and have considered a friend for a long time. And when I looked at that interview, I was struck by the years that she has put into doing public service and doing a good job, I think, in New York and on the Afghan panel. And it's disappointing to see her, obviously, in this situation. I think until we know more from third parties about exactly what happened, and that's the question that she wants to have out there, the most that can be said is that at least she's out there answering questions, which many other people involved in this tangle of issues hasn't been doing so far.
Did we learn anything about the way Prime Minister's offices get rid of people?
We learned certainly that the line that she said at the time, that she was recusing herself from the caucus, was one of those convenient fibs, I guess, that you tell those times. We also learned that, it seems to me from the interview, that Nigel Wright was essentially out of commission by the Friday of that week, not the Sunday when it was formally announced.
Right, because she makes it clear that it wasn't Nigel Wright who called her. All right, the RCMP decides today, speaking of Nigel Wright, to launch a criminal investigation into the Wright-Duffy check. Your thoughts on that?
More trouble, but also probably less of a chance to find out what really happened for a while. I was struck by the fact that immediately the ethics commissioner at the House of Commons suspended her own investigation. I'm puzzled as to that, because we have people like that because there is the law, and that's the RCMP, and then there is the ethics code, and that's a person like that, and one should not preclude the other. Because that's basically saying, well, if the RCMP says it's okay, then it's okay. Well, maybe not. There is a second code, and the person in charge of checking to see if it was broken has just put herself on hold.
Well, I think it's confirmation that this is a very serious issue, and that those who have been prosecuting the issue politically have been doing the right thing, including the work that the media have been doing to keep this issue in the forefront. Like Chantal, I think it would be a concern if the pace of this investigation was slow, either for those who are innocent or for those who did something wrong. So we should all want that pace to be quick, and we should want independent procedures to go on ethics questions too.
But it should not be, and that's where I see the danger. The line that says it was okay or something terrible happened should not just be a police investigation. It should be the test that parliamentarians have agreed to put themselves through, which is a higher test, and as it should be.
But there are also criminal law issues raised by it, and it is good news, frankly, that the RCMP is investigating. We live in a country, I'm afraid to say, in which we cannot actually take it for granted that the RCMP would have both the independence and the impartiality to pursue matters like this. We have seen examples in the past where the force was under a bit of a cloud. So it is, I think, frankly, good news from a procedure perspective that they're looking into this.
All right. Thank you. Quick comments tonight from the three of you. Next week, you'll be joined by Jennifer Ditchburn as we do the kind of end of the first 6 months of the parliamentary season. We give our assessments on that, a special ad issue next week.